Hey, gang, I'm recording this at 4:39 a.m. Eastern Time. A little loopy. I need to be in bed asleep, but the way my OCD brain works. So I'm giving an update on the fourth entry into the Life and Living series that I'm creating. This will now be, I think, the third video exclusive I'm doing on this, behind the scenes. You're learning about the book as I'm doing it. Knock on empty head. Hopefully, the book does come out as planned in spring, or these videos will be rather senselessly done or waste. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. But 4 in the morning, which brings to mind before I go into the book, and I'm going to talk about how strange this current book is, and on purpose. But yeah, the way my OCD brain works, it calls to mind. Maybe I'll throw this in the book because it's already strange. Why not throw this strange tidbit in there too? An old parody, Weird Al style, I wrote about the Night Ranger 4 a.m. song. It's 4 in the morning came without a warning as I struggled to get my ass out of bed. I stumbled to the kitchen just to hear the cat a bitchin' 'cause she wanted to be fed. Okay, right. Uh-oh, I said right again. I gotta stop that. But at any rate, yeah, dumb. I, that's the only verse I had of it. It's stuck in my head forever. I never recorded the parody, obviously, because I never finished the parody of the song, but that was a verse that came to me for 4 in the morning Night Ranger, and it's 4:41 now. So let me get to the point of this darn video, right? Oh, there it did it again. Right. At any rate, and that, yes, I'm continuing to do on purpose, tongue in cheek, ongoing running gag, at any rate. So, yes, 2 o'clock in the morning, epiphany, the OCD brain woke me up, had a dream, as most of my books, if you know, most of my books come to me through a dream and then I translate them into a book. Well, this fourth book in the Life and Living series, which I can't give the title yet, can't give it away, and is being written rather strangely. Normally, this kind of stuff would be saved for a post released interview because if the book's not done, things could change. But where was I going with that? See, I need to get my butt back to bed. Oh, yeah, 2 in the morning. My OCD brain woke me up with a dream that did relate to this book. And so I got back up, and for the last couple hours, I've been typing away, typing away, typing away. So I'm just showing you the back of the page. On the front of this page is the updated table of contents. I broke another rule. I tell you in How to Write a Book and Get It Published, hints, tips, and techniques, always start with a story outline. Put your thoughts together in a story outline. Get your chapter concepts together in a story outline. Well, I didn't do that with this book. I'm breaking my own rule. I actually started writing chapter one without having a clue where any of the other chapters was going to go. But on the other side of this blank sheet is my current outlined table of contents actually in the book. No story outline yet. Even still, I'm flying by the seat of my pants with this book. And indeed, it's strange. I was going to say, my friends who know me, when they read this book, they might think I'm smoking something funny or doing some mushrooms or dropping LSD. I assure you, or that I've gone loony and loopy and crazy and should be put away because this book is strange. And that's part of the point of this book, is what I wanted to say. Chapter one is clearly a confused state and meant to demonstrate that life is complex and complicated. Sometimes there are contradictory and conflicting feelings we have, and an uncertainty of the direction we should really take or the direction we have taken. Is the path we're on the one we should be on? What have we done right? What have we done wrong? Uncertainty. And chapter one is meant to convey that. So people who know me might read that and think, well, this guy's gone crazy. What is this gobbledygook? It's a mishmash of confusion. Now, I'm engaging in hyperbole to a degree here. Yeah, it still makes a point. It still has structure, but it does go back and forth a bit to convey confusion and uncertainty and upset. The word upset's in that chapter. But I was also going to say, and I probably, again, breaking a rule, you don't give away these things. Do not give away these things. But indeed, chapter four, as it currently stands now, is titled Annie. And why is it titled Annie? Well, I'm sure you guessed it. Yeah, the play. And yes, this book, like the book Kennedy Project Carpe Diem and a short story, A Lasting Legacy before it, which are concurrent books, more or less time frame wise, in the Life and Living series. All of these are concurrent time frames happening more or less at the same time together, if that makes sense. And yes, they all relate based on life and living and the complexities of life. Hence, this now fourth in the series, but third, more directly concurrent, do interrelate with shared characters. Each book has its own new primary character, but yes, they interrelate a little by character cross-referencing in them, hence the concurrent storytellings in the three books. But again, you don't have to read them as a series. You don't have to read them together. You don't have to read them as a set at all. You can read one, two, or all three, or all four. There will be ultimately in the Life and Living series. But chapter four, Annie, yeah, based on the musical play. And tomorrow, the sun will come out tomorrow. And it too is a very strange chapter. The metaphor, or as I joke, I'm too clever for metaphors. I use meta sixes, but I'm bum. But the meta, indeed, and I use the word indeed purposely because indeed, the word indeed is repeated a lot in this book on purpose. Not that I don't have a thesaurus and could look up different words to put in place of indeed, but indeed I do use indeed a lot in it, and indeed will land up a lot in the final version. Okay, now that I've driven you crazy with that, a little bit of stupidity. But yeah, Annie is a metaphor, and the sun will come out tomorrow, of course. The metaphor, the main character, I was going to give his name. I mean, maybe I'll hold off again. shouldn't be giving away what I am giving away, let alone too many more things. But the new primary character hasn't appeared in the Book of Kennedy, Project Carpe Diem, or a short story, A Lasting Legacy. Kennedy is female Kennedy, A Lasting Legacy, Ryan, male Ryan. In this book, it is another male lead. And where was I going with that? Annie, Sun will come out tomorrow. Again, just showing confusion and strangeness of life. It's meant to be. Oh, this is where I was going. Pardon, again, it's 4:49 in the morning now, and I'm loopy because I need to get back to bed and try to get some sleep here. I did get a couple hours sleep. I went to bed at like 11:30. Like I said, was back up at 2. It's now clock just ticked over to 4:50 a.m. Eastern time. I got to get back to bed. I need sleep. I didn't get enough sleep yesterday or the day before. This happens. This is why I can't write so many books all that often, because my OCD brain obsesses about it until it's complete, and I don't get sufficient sleep. It's not good for my health. I have health issues. I'm on disability, as many of you know. If you didn't know that, now you do. But he is not an orphan, certainly not looking to be adopted. We're talking about an adult in this book, but it's a strange metaphor, and it's meant to be a strange metaphor to convey complexity and sometimes a bit of insanity of life. Life, as I just wrote, I'm going to bring that back up again. I'm popping upward. I just added to the end of the introduction, life does not always move in concert with our plans. Its own ideas. I need to change that. It has its own ideas. Let me type that in. It has its own ideas, comma, or God-owned proposal for our life. I just put that in. And that's the point of chapter 4, Annie, and its indeed sense of silliness. I don't really want to say that, but definitely strangeness as a metaphor. It'll leave you saying, or I hope people saying, what? And that's the point. Things aren't always black and white or really clear. Things can be confusing. And maybe that's what I'll go with the working title of the book, Confusion. That's not the title I'm planning, but let's call it Confusion. I could give that away because that's not going to be the title, but that is indeed more so the point of this book versus the other books. It's meant to be part of the Life and Living series and dealing with indeed life and living, but kind of the more chaotic life a person is having. Different. Still wanting to sow good, put out good, be a good person, bring warmth and love to others. That recurring theme remains, but this person's life is a bit more chaotic and uncertain what he's doing and where where he's been, where he's going. It's a third person, different person's life, part of the overall complexities of life, human nature, the human condition that the Life and Living series is about. All right, at any rate, it's now 4:53. I've gone longer in this video than intended, given away far more than I should have, as I said. Like, I'm going to hold up the book again, How to Write a Book and Get It Published, Hints, Tips, and Techniques. I'm giving away way too much. Shouldn't be doing it, breaking my own rules, but in a way, I really, really want to share terrorstrikes.info. There is a status page or an updates page. I forget. Under the extras, terrorstrikes.info, under the extras, you can find a status updates page. I kind of did this, not in video form, with the terror strikes coming soon to a city near you book. I had that site up before the book was finished, and I told you the phases. I'm writing this, that. It's in editing, it's in cover design, it's in. So that page is still there, terrorstrikes.info, under extras. It's either status or update, something like that subpage. Been a while since I've updated that page. I haven't needed to. So this is kind of a video form now version of comp conflicted or confusion, whatever I was calling the working title. I can't give away the actual title. But I wanted to give status updates. To me, this is kind of fun to me. And part of the how to write a book and get it published process, sharing with you if you're considering writing a book behind the scenes. What goes through an author's mind as they're putting things together? I'm sharing some of them behind the scenes secrets, the nuts and bolts going into this putting together this vehicle. Now my OCD brain is the Johnny Cash song, one piece at a time. Was it where he's building a Cadillac? He's working at the Cadillac plant, and he's sneaking out parts. So over a 12-year period, he's got different parts and they don't quite fit together to make the Cadillac. One side of the Cadillac's got a fin, the other doesn't because that changed. Anyway, part of the confusion and idiocy and complexities of life. So that relates also. Thank you all. Take care. God bless. I hope this makes sense. If you're thinking about writing a book, I hope it's helpful to you. If you're not considering writing a book, you probably haven't made it to this point of the video. But even if you aren't writing a book, How to Write a Book and Get It Published, Hints, Tips, and Techniques is a book that gives you behind the scenes of what writers and publishers go through to get, like these books that are on the bookshelves in my virtual image projected on my green screen are showing. How do all those books, they don't come into being by magic. People do work. People write them, people publish them, people put them on the shelves. You check them out of the library or buy them through Amazon so that you can enjoy them. How to Write a Book and Get It Published, Hints, Tips, and Techniques shows you the behind the scenes if you're an avid reader. How did those books become available? Anyway, again, yeah, now 4:57. Gotta get to bed. Take care. Love you all. God bless.